Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Healing Hearts Podcast. I am your host, Sarai, and I am here with Julie. Julie, how are you today?
I'm great. How are you?
I am awesome, as always. Today, we're going to be talking about dating apps and which ones are the best, how to get a swipe right approved profile on a dating app, and how to have some good conversation starters. I have a couple of do's and don'ts as well. Julie does too. So let's get started with today's episode.
Yes, let's do it.
I want to start with, first of all, stating that I myself do not like dating apps. I rather my clients go out there and meet people in real life. But I am very aware that a lot of singles like the dating apps and they want to try them out. So that's why I just wanted to put a disclosure out there because then I'm going to have people like calling me out saying, I thought you didn't like dating apps. I still don't. But they're a good experience for those people that are like just getting back out into the market. Sounds weird. But Julie, what are your thoughts about dating apps?
I agree with you. I think it's a time when you're just like dipping your toe back in. You can get a little confidence with people picking you or starting conversations with picking you. That sounds funny, but starting conversations with people. So I just think it's a good stepping stone. But I agree with you. I would prefer that clients meet people organically, but I know that's not always the case for everyone. So it's a good option, but the best option would be to meet organically, you said.
Yes. And sorry, if I'm looking off to the sides because my crazy cat has been like extra crazy and she likes to climb the TV. And I'm scared that she's going to drop it because she's crazy like that. So if you see me jump all of a sudden, you know why. um well, since we both have that kind of mentality when it comes to dating apps, what do you think are some of the most common misconceptions when it comes to these types of like resources for singles out there?
Like misconceptions about dating apps.
Yeah.
Um, I think that everybody's fake. Um, yeah, that there's just I think I think that not I think there are good people out there,
Mm-hmm.
and I think people have just a bad taste in their mouth because you hear so many horror stories, but I think there's a lot of good also. I know several people who have met their match on dating apps. So that would be one. What about you?
I agree. I think that a lot of people think that everybody on a dating app is just looking for something casual or something just like a hookup. And that's not the truth. I know some people that are really looking for love out there. The other one is that you're going to have like, just because you have chemistry online, like you're going to have chemistry in person and like
Yes.
it's going to be the greatest thing ever. People are sometimes are easier and like more open to talking over phone or text or screen than in person. So I think that's the other one. So having like the, what do you call it? Like the idea that just because you have good chemistry online, you're going to have good chemistry in person. Just keep that in mind.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. And I would also say I think we've talked about this before, but when you go on a date with someone, before you do that, have a screen to screen, so you could just see how the vibe is. And it's going to be different when you get together, but you have a little bit better idea of the person, unlike just like texting or talking on the phone. So it's just a tip.
Yeah. Yeah. And a lot of dating apps now offer the in call or like the in-app call or video call.
Yeah.
So that's something that is available for you guys. Just be careful as well. Like, but we'll go into that right now.
Yeah.
What would you suggest that perhaps, or how can singles kind of have a sense or maintain a sense of self-awareness, self-worth when they go through like the ups and downs of the dating app experience, because that's very common.
Yeah, so you're gonna face rejection, and you know, you're trying to find a match, but this is just a learning process. So try to remember that when you're getting out there, this is not like to find Princess or Prince Charming. You're going out there and you're going through the learning process, how to date again, how to figure out what you want and you don't want.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I would say about that.
Yeah, it's like a learning curve. This is your
Yes.
chance to kind of experiment, really, in reality.
Experiment. That's the word that I was trying to get out. Yes.
Yeah. And in order to like she like Julie said, like it's very easy to feel rejected when like you like somebody and they don't really reply back. So just have that and set your healthy boundary, not just for the other person, but for yourself, and just know that it's not rejection of you. How can they reject somebody that they don't really know? So
Right.
don't go into and don't approach it in that fashion either. Like change your mindset when it comes to dating apps. Be curious, like we just mentioned. It's an experiment. So learn the curve, just learn it, and just be very positive, have a positive attitude. Um and be true to yourself and honest and to your values. And if you don't know what your values are and how to get them or how to find them, call us.
Yeah.
We can help you with that. We can
Yes.
definitely help you with that.
And just remember, it's just dating is opportunities to find out about yourself. I think we've already kind of said this, but find out yourself, about the other people, what's out there, what you want, what you don't want, all that good stuff. So
Yeah. Have you ever had like any clients that have shared their experience with you in regards to dating apps?
actually, I deal with mostly couples. So I haven't really had anybody that talks about dating apps, but I have older kids. And so their friends deal with the dating apps, and I have seen how they work with the dating apps. I'm like seriously, how does anybody ever meet anyone when I'm looking at how you actually pick someone? Like when you're swiping, you're just like, no, 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 no. I'm
They
like,
don't even stop to read.
how are all these people no's? Like,
Yeah.
let's like stop and look at like this person has so much opportunity. Nope, nope, their shirt was the wrong color, or it's just so objective. Like, yeah, I
Well,
don't
I
know.
discovered that like there's new dating apps that are trying to take you away from the phone experience and into real life. I discovered an app called Thursday. This was maybe back in 2022, and it has really picked up. And what this app does, it takes you what do you call it? It like it designates a place. So you put whatever city you're in and then whatever time you're available. And then it tells you like singles that are in this app are going to be at this designated bar or this designated restaurant from this time to this time. If you want to come meet singles in your area, come here. So
Hey,
I
that's cool.
think that trend in dating apps, if all of them kind of adapt that, that will be something different. Cause I feel like Gen Z are genuinely trying to get away from the whole like online experience and going back to like a genuine connection of like meeting people in real life because they want to be vintage like their parents apparently. And they want to meet people like people used to meet others before. So that that app like really caught my attention because like, oh, that's so cool, like finally we're getting away from, or in a sense we're getting away from that, but it's still, and you get to see people that are like going to be there because like you kind of check in before
That's
you
cool.
even go. So it won't give you the full list of people that are there, but it will give you kind of an idea of who, and you can still match and you can set like, hey, I'm going to be here, and send messages like I'm good, I'll be here, like you look kind of cute, whatever, you want to have a drink. So I thought that was a cool idea. So I really hope that that app
That's
really takes off, because that's the future of the dating app, if you ask me.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea because why not go to a place where there's not as much pressure? You know, you're just like seeing all these people there. And if you vibe with someone, then you could talk to them and have a drink. And if not, move on. You know, that's cool.
Yeah. And not only that, like it will, to me at least, it would, even though it's in a bar setting, it would still kind of create a deeper connection rather than just having this person that you talk to on a phone, because as we mentioned, it's easier to put up this persona over a screen than in real life. So, yeah.
They should do one for like hiking or something. Like, hey, these singles are getting, it's like a meetup, like these, like a single
Yeah.
meetup. That's what they should have. And it's like in the dating app, like, oh, we're going on this hike. And like, they should do like different things.
Like different
Not
activities.
everybody drinks and not everybody wants to, you know, yes, like this is what you like to do. Okay, there's a hike. I need to come up with this. I mean,
Yeah.
I need to get in on this idea here.
I know, when I was like writing down my notes, I was like, I did have somebody that asked me if I wanted an app. I was like, interesting. I wonder if I can do this in my city. But I
Yeah,
don't know. I have no experience in coding. So if anybody out there wants to help us create an app, we have an idea.
great idea.
We can make lots of money.
We'll call it Fridays.
Oh my gosh. What do you think builds a swipe right approved profile?
You know what? That's a great question. But what I've seen people do, it does not matter what you do. It's really based on the very first, impression, if they like that or not. But I would say, like, have a good picture. But even if you have a great picture and you're beautiful, you are absolutely drop dead gorgeous. You are going to get the swipe the wrong way. Like, no, no, no. So just know you could be really beautiful and maybe a 5 or a 4 or whatever, doesn't matter. You may not
I
get
think
picked.
that if you are in that category, let's say you're super handsome, super beautiful, if you don't get the right swipe, is mainly because somebody felt intimidated and they're like, this person is never going to talk to me. So why even try? And then you have people that just like don't care and they just take their shot. So just
They
take your
take their
shot. You never
shot.
know.
They take their shot and they're like, yeah,
I
they're
got
gonna pick me. And then don't hear anything from them. So, I say take your shot if that's your jam. If you see I mean, I don't want to say somebody's trash is another person's treasure, but you know what I mean. It's like
Yeah.
somebody could be just not as good looking as you would think good looking is, but is a gem to you. So
Yeah.
it's all good.
Yeah, for sure. I think you already mentioned, one of the things that will give you a better chance to swipe right is having that picture, that
Yes.
high quality picture. And we've talked about, like, in other episodes and other seasons, what makes a good picture. So think about it like if you were a TV star and you were trying to get your portfolio ready. So you need to have a good headshot. And a headshot is not just like your head, it's like up into like your shoulder area. A full body shot, because we want to see you. We want to see like what we're working with. Um, Photos of you engaging in hobbies. Like if you have, like Julie mentioned, if you like hiking, post pictures of you hiking, post pictures of you like something that you conquered. I don't know. Maybe you like to bowl a lot and you got, I don't know what you would call it when you get like all strikes in one game, if that's even possible. But of you doing whatever you really, really like to do. And I think one of them, that this one reminded me of like Tyra Banks, because I don't know if you guys remember when Tyra was like in America's Next Top Model, and she'd be like, smile, smile, like smile with your eyes. And every girl I remember in my school was trying to learn how to smile. I don't think anybody actually like conquered it or like got it. But photos where you are really engaging and like you can connect with the camera. So go have a photo session. I mean, there's so many things that you can do. It's so easy now to everybody has a phone. Our phones are like have great cameras. So have a friend that really likes to take pictures and you guys go have fun at a park or at a mall or wherever and take good pictures and have those smiling and engaging pictures so that like when you post them, you really stand out because that's what you want to do. And I think that's one of the reasons why I'm not so like over the moon when it comes to dating apps, because it's so like I can reject you just because I didn't like your picture.
Yep.
So that is one of the downsides of it. But hey, at least you're going to have good pictures and you can use it. If you would use the picture for it, well, I shouldn't say that because there's a lot of people out there that use weird pictures for their profile. But if you would use a picture for maybe a starring role, you're trying to get a role in Hollywood or a job and you need to submit a decent picture, then that's the picture that you might want in your dating profile to make an impression. What are your thoughts? Anything else that you want to add to that one?
No, I think a picture is very important, but remember, you could be the most beautiful and or handsome, and you're going to get the swipe the wrong way.
Yeah. I
Swipe.
think the other thing that might make somebody stop, unless that person is just like, I don't understand why you would even be on a dating app if you're not even willing to swipe right or even take the time to read and stop, even if the picture is good and like, scroll up, to have a hook. So have something that's going to make somebody just be like, what did you just like, that caught me off guard. So once you have that hook, then it's easy for people to go into, oh, okay, this person is like different or there's something different about them. And the hook can be something engaging, like asking a question. I don't know what kind of question you might want to ask, but you can always ask a question or post or talk about something. You want to engage with positive hooks though. You don't want to be like something weird like politics or stuff like that, because that's going to be like, what? So start with a hook. Something engaging that captures positive attention is going to help you or aid you to have that massive swiper or left swiper kind of stop and maybe scroll a little bit more to see who you are. So you can do a question, a surprising fact about you, maybe something that nobody else knows about you. I like the ones that I like from Hinge, and I've seen it on another app. It's like 2 lies and 1 truth, because I feel like that one kind of, you're like, let me see which one. And then if you're really interested, just to know, if you're being nosy, just to be nosy, you send in the message. It's like, this one's the lie. And then you have engagement right there. You know what I mean? So focus on something positive, not trying to get negative attention and be like, oh, well, this person's kind of crazy. And then you react because of that. So it's just food for thought on that one. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I have another thing that just came up. Use a current picture. Do not use a picture of you 10 years ago. They want to see what you look like now.
Yeah.
So that is, and
Don't use your high school pictures unless you just graduated from high school.
No, unless you're like 18 and you're 19 now. But yeah, that's just use, if you're like 40 and you're showing your 25-year-old picture when you had a full head of hair and now you're bald, that's rude. No, that's just rude. And you had your picture like sideways at JC Penney where you're like, in the studio when you actually could take studio pictures. The other thing I would say is, what is it about your bio? Like be genuine, like be your real self. don't be fake, because you know, we go through life being fake. When you're on their profile and you're trying to find somebody, like, be real. Like,
Yeah. Share your quirks.
yeah, be odd, because you know what? There's odd people out there. It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
It's your opportunity to find someone that's actually like you, or like somebody like you. I don't
Yeah.
know what quirk I could come up with, but quirks are fine. People like that. Not everybody, but you'll find that person that's like, oh yeah, yeah, I could dig that.
Yeah. Yeah,
Mm.
just be your unique, genuine self. Be very specific as well on what you're looking for. Don't be vague. If you're looking for a real relationship because you want to get married in 1 year and you want to have kids in 3 years and you want to have 5 kids, then be honest about that and just say, I want a big family. You
Yeah,
don't have to be so descriptive about like how many kids you want to have, but if you want a big family, you can share that and say, hey, I'm looking for something serious because I'm at whatever age and I really want to have a family. I want to have a big family. So be honest and be transparent about what you're looking for, what your intentions are. And like Julie said, just be you, be authentic about your interests. Don't try to mimic somebody just because they're cute and you say, oh, they like hiking or they like this. I can like hiking too. And you hate hiking. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. Because then you're already starting the possible relationship off on the wrong foot. So just be you. The right person will come along. Don't try to force it that way. The other thing, it's like in your pictures or in your descriptions, it's easier with a picture, but in your descriptions of like stories that you can tell in your bio, it's like show, don't just tell. So be very descriptive of like like share experiences that you really like lived and like just say, I was like, oh, this one time it was so crazy and blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Like be very, because that shows you being genuine and like this is who I am and like this. Don't go and like make up a story either. But at that point you can be like, and then at the end, like this is my manuscript for my next test pilot or something. But just be incorporate some humor in there as well. Don't try to be so like rigid and like serious.
yeah,
And if you have dark humor, know that not everybody has dark humor, and dark humor can come off like offensive by just reading it. So just be very aware of that. Don't do that. I think another thing that a lot of singles forget when it comes to dating apps is that you have to keep it updated. You can't keep the same pictures because the algorithm is just going to leave you there. And then you complain that you don't get different matches and you're like, I get the same people. Well, I wonder why. You don't change your prompts, you don't change your pictures, you don't like give it a whirl. So yes, you're always going to get the same people if you keep the same information. And you can say the same thing in 5 different ways. So again, if you need help with any of this, you can always give us a call and we can help you with your dating profile, so that maybe you need to change it every 2 months or every month or however often you want to change it, but do keep it updated. We update our profile pictures on Facebook, on Instagram, on Snapchat, on all these social media platforms, but our dating apps. Why? Because those are our best pictures and we think that we don't need to. But if you are willing to upload a picture to your social media, you can upload the picture to your dating app. It's just another social media platform. Think about it that way. And you'll see the engagement is going to be different because the algorithm's going to like kick in and say, oh, this person's new, this person's different, this person, and it keeps you active. And the more active that you are, the more matches that you're going to, or the different matches that you're going to get. What are your thoughts on that one, Julie?
I agree 100%. Not really anything. You said it very well.
Another
Nothing to
one
add.
that I didn't think about, but I was reading an article and I'm like, that's a great tip, especially if you have like a best friend that's very honest with you. You can hand them your phone and say like, what do you think of my profile? And like, what would you change or what would you add or do anything do anything different? Because they have a different perspective of you And let's be honest, sometimes we don't want to like showcase ourselves in certain ways because we're like, oh no, that's not me. And somebody might be like, dude, like you have this to showcase or this to show off. Like you should talk about this. And because of whatever mentality or belief that we might have, we don't want to. But having our friends, not so much your family, unless you're like okay with it, but your friends give you feedback on your profile can really help you to kind of elevate it to have that genuine like connection with possible matches, because who better than your friends that know you the best to match you, right? So best friends, this is your chance to be a matchmaker.
I love it. That's such a great idea.
I know.
'Cause,
I was all like, what? I'm like, how come I never thought about that one? But yes.
yeah, because your friends hopefully are honest with you and say not just, "Oh, that's great," because they got something to say. There's always something to put in extra you can do. Maybe
Yeah.
you want to showcase that you're really funny because you think, well, a potential partner doesn't think funny is, interesting. It's like, no, you're hilarious. Put that in there. Like, put stuff, be funny.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And I think the last one that we need to kind of, it should be common sense, but sometimes people don't have that. Understand the platform that you're on. If you are not Christian, let's say, for example, you're an atheist and you go try christianmingle.com, what is wrong with you? Like, don't do that. Understand the platform, the culture of the platform, and stick to one that is going to be genuine to you. So don't go to farmers.com if you don't want to find a farmer and that's not your cup of tea. Don't go to black because you don't want to, or maybe you're not part of that community. Like, you know what I mean? Like, be cognizant of that and just understand where you're going to be placing yourself. We're going to go over the top 5 dating apps that I found. I don't know. Julie might back me up on this one as well. But just if you are going to be out there in these dating platforms, just understand their culture. If you're not into because there are apps that are used for particular like professionals. There's apps for religious politics. There's apps for what was the other one? Oh, the Luxy one that everybody thinks is for like gold diggers. And it's not really that. It's mainly for like professionals that are really looking like, business professionals that are looking for real connections. But anyway, I digress. Just understand the platform culture and do your homework before you decide to join an app, because there's also apps out there that are not honest, and there's all these catfishers out there, and they're just taking people and taking advantage of them. So do your due diligence. And again, I think I'm going to say this at the end of every single segment. If you need help with this, call us. We can help you with it. And you'll be in better standing. What do you think, Julie, are the top 5 dating apps of 2023? Or were? Because
Oh, that's a good question. 2023 or 2024?
well, 2024 just started, so
True, true. Well, okay. I think Hinge, Bumble, Tinder.
mhm.
Um, I don't hear too much about eHarmony anymore.
Yeah,
Um,
me either.
Match.
Mhm.
Match doesn't die. I think Match just is gonna, doesn't die. Like that one's just gonna keep rolling. And I think did I give you 5 or 4?
You gave me 4,
Hmm.
which all 4 are in the top 5.
Yes, I'm missing one. How about Silver Singles?
I don't think so.
Okay. Wait,
But I do wanna
Plenty
hear about the silver
how about Plenty
singles.
of Fish? Huh?
No. Plenty of Fish was not in the
What did you
top 5.
say?
I'm like, I do wanna hear more of the
Oh,
silver singles.
okay. Oh, that's right.
This is why people think I'm a gold digger. I just like older men. What do you want me to do?
It's okay. So what was I missing?
Okay, so Tinder is number one, which you had on your list. Bumble came in second. Hinge came in third.
Hmm.
Okay, Cupid was number four.
I had that as
And
number three, but I didn't say that one because I thought I don't hear about that one. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
apparently, okay, Cupid is okay.
Okay.
And Match was the last one. So those are your top five. If you're looking for an app, these are the ones that 2023 were ranked as the top five dating apps. And I did my due diligence and got pricing and subscription packages for all of them because it's an investment. I thought that Tinder was like still free, and all of them still do have the free option. They do, but you don't get all of the things that you used to get maybe even 4 years ago, because the pandemic changed so many things on dating apps. And I can tell you that because now I noticed something when I was doing the research. I was like, they picked up on that. So Tinder, the reason why I wanted to go through how much it costs per one, because singles, I feel like they spend so much money on things that are not going to help them. And I'd rather you be educated on what you're going to get and make a wise decision, because I'm single and I want to make sure that I'm not overspending where I don't need to, especially when it comes. I feel like a lot of singles sometimes get taken advantage of, and they go through our pain and try to get more money out of us. You know what I mean? And these dating apps are really good at that. So Tinder came out with if you guys didn't hear about it last year, Tinder came out with a Tinder Select package. And for this, you have to apply for it. It's not like you just sign up and you're like intent and you select that. No, you have to apply for this. And it's $500 a month, $499 a month.
A
And it's
month?
a month.
Oh, okay. It's
Yes.
expensive finding somebody.
Girl,
Ooh.
that's not even the tip of the iceberg. There's more. Um, this is an exclusive membership that grants you access to, quote unquote, because this is from their Tinder website, to the absolute best part of Tinder. So whatever the absolute best of Tinder is, that's what you get access to. You do have to have requirements that you have to meet, like pictures, bios, income. You have to submit how much money you make. So it's like top tier. Why Tinder decided to do this? Because the parent company of Tinder, which is now the parent company of the League, and I believe Raya and another one, it's called Match Group. They decided, because they kind of tested the League. And if you don't know what the League is, that's because you're not in that clientele. Yes, it goes to the next level. So the League is an invite only dating app. And that one, to be a member, you can put yourself on the waiting list and you'll be like number 3 million, whatever, of however many people are on there, but you won't get accepted until somebody vouches for you. And ready for the subscription price on this one? Do you want to take a guess? Take a guess.
On the League
Yes.
per month?
However you want to put it.
So 2,000 a month.
No. It's
More?
$1,000 per week.
$1,000 per week?
So it could be anywhere from $4,000 to $5,000 to be on this dating app. And this dating app is targeted to ambitious, career-oriented singles, of course. And if you've ever been on the actual app, you can't really see a lot of information. And I really hope that they're not trying to like fish people just with whoever they showcase, but it's top tier selection. Like, the guys are cute, they have good jobs, they got good income, of course, if they're on it. And yeah. So unless you get vetted and you get vouched to get on this app, that's the only way. But that's why Tinder decided to do this, because the parent company of Tinder bought the league, and they're like, well, if we have singles paying $1,000 per month and Tinder is like the #1 app, let's make something more affordable and have more people on it. So that's how they came up with Tinder Select. And they have so many that there's like 2 pages of all the things that you get through Tinder Select. So if you go to their website, you can see it all. And I think it's said that some of them you can only get through the app and not the website. So just pay attention. But they do have other options. They have Tinder Plus, which is $9.99 per month. That's if you're under 30, which I felt attacked. I'm like, why do they get special pricing? Yeah, $19.99 if you're over 30. They have Tinder Gold, which is $29.99 per month, and Tinder Platinum, which is $39.99 per month. And that one, those two don't have age restrictions. So Tinder Gold and Tinder Platinum, these both have unlimited likes, unlimited rewinds, meaning you can go back. If you like swipe left on somebody and you're like, oh, wait, I actually like that person. This is how I knew they caught up with the 2020 pandemic and why this is now an option. Passport to any location. This was mainly because during the pandemic, somebody on Hinge, they posted this Instagram video that they would change their location on their app to meet people from different parts of the world. I did that. I did do that. I am guilty of that. And I did meet a lot of people around the world. I still have friends from around the world because of Hinge. But now the app's caught on and they're like, well, you want to change your location? You need to pay for it. So you get passport to any location. You don't have any ads and you can go incognito. Incognito means that you're not going to be like deleting your app. You're not going to be, you're kind of like in private mode. And you can only see the people that you matched with and that you have messages with, but nobody can see you. That way it's kind of like a pause, but they put you off of the algorithm too. You're not in it anymore. So it's not just like people are there seeing you. So that's Tinder Gold and Platinum. You also get 5 super likes a week, 1 free boost. You get to see who likes you. You get new top picks every day. And then the Tinder Platinum package has all of that. Plus, you get to do, you get to message before you meet. You prioritize your likes. You see the likes you've sent, and you can also see the likes that you've sent in the past 7 days. So those are the perks of the subscriptions for Tinder.
Wow.
Which is like crazy. That's a chunk of money to be investing. I'm just saying.
Yeah, so you better have your profile in tip-top shape.
Exactly. Like, why would you be paying so much money and then you end up not getting any matches? So be smart about it. If you're going to invest in a dating app, like, be smart about it. Bumble has different subscriptions, and they're based in 3, 6, 9 months, I believe. You have the Bumble Boost, which is $14.99 a month. And then the Bumble Premium, which is $32.99 a month. And then the Boost, you get to backtrack. So you can go back. You get extended time on your current matches. So if you didn't know, Bumble now, or did, I don't remember, you only have 24 hours to talk to somebody. And the woman takes the first, what is it called? The first move. So you, the woman, has to send the message. So you only have 24 hours. So if you match with somebody and you don't, on the free version, and you don't talk to them, they're gone. And you're probably not going to see them again because the algorithm's going to throw them out unless you don't do anything with your profile. But hey, dating apps is kind of like first dibs. So, but if you are paying for the subscription, then you get the extended time on the current matches. You have unlimited swipes. You have 1 spotlight per week and 5 super swipes. So once the spotlights are just like, the algorithm's going to like kick you in and like put you on a spotlight pretty much. And that's what it means. So you're going to have more attention. And then the super swipes or the super likes, it's like you really like somebody, but you really want to get their attention. It's like, I really, really like you. I really want to meet you. You can send them a super like, and then they get of course, they're going to feel like flattered because you send them a super like. So there you go. The premium package, you get advanced filters. as far as like demographics, psychographics, all of that stuff. So if you're looking for somebody that is 5'8", blonde, blue eyes, blah, 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 like all of those little details, you want them to make a certain amount of money, you want them to work in this, you want them to have this kind of education, political affiliation, all of that. Those are advanced filters that your free one doesn't allow you. And even like your boosted one, you get limited ones, which to me, it's insane that they would even do this. This is why I feel like they take advantage of singles. It's like, for people that know exactly what they're looking for, and you don't even get access to just the free part, but whatever. That's just my thoughts. Then they have the Beeline, which is where you can see all of your admirers, so whoever did like you. And then you can go on incognito mode, and you have the travel mode as well with Bumble, which is pretty crazy.
So Bumble's a lot cheaper.
Yeah, Bumble is a lot cheaper, but all of you can buy extra boosts, you can buy extra likes, you can buy extra rewinds, all of that stuff. So it adds up. And I think all of them start like from $2.99 to like $3.99, depending on what you want to buy. I think the cheapest one that I saw was like $1.99, and it was like a boost. I don't remember. Don't quote me on that one. But yeah, they range from like $1.99 to like $4.99, depending on what you want to do. So I guess that's why Bumble has now become like one of those that's like, it is the number 2 app. Hinge only has one option.
All right.
So Hinge, you can have the free version, but you really can't do much with it anymore as you used to before. But if you want to use your premium, you can do premium 1 month, 3 months, or 6 months. The 1 month is $34.99, 3 months is $64.99, and 6 months is $99.99. And of course, the more that you do, the less that you're going to be paying per month per se, because if you break that down into each month, it's less than if you were just to do the monthly subscription. It's up to you. Still $35 a month. That's Netflix, Hulu. I'm just kidding. Dinner, a hobby, a workshop. I'm just saying, if you're willing, I think this is what I understand. If you're willing to pay these prices and you don't come to my event, I am offended, because I give you food, I give you entertainment, and I bring you people for less than this. And you guys tell me that it's too expensive. So I call you on, I'm now going to call everybody on their bullshit and be like, do you have Tinder? Do you have Bumble? You can afford me.
Yeah, there you go. Preach it.
What do you get through the Hinge ones? You get a detailed profile, and this is in whatever option that you buy into. You do get access to having a more detailed profile, including extra photos, detailed filters. So again, the filter of age, sex, height, whatever. You can post unique content. They introduce the voice prompt, so you can do that. According to this website, Hinge does have the best algorithm when it comes to matching people. So you get that. You have daily standouts. You have 1 free rose per week. You have in-app phone calls and video calls, which is what Julie was saying, like get on that phone call before you go on a date. You have unlimited likes, and then you get your complete list of your likes. So whoever did like you, you get to see them. And then from there, if you want to swipe on them or super like them or send them a rose, that is up to you. You can always buy boosters, and you can always buy roses. I should become a sales agent for all of these damn apps.
I think so. I mean, I'm learning a lot. I didn't know the cost of all of them. I had a general idea, but and how the boosts and the flowers and the super likes and this and that. It's like, come on, can't we just like
each other now?
right? Can't we just have like and just keep it simple? Like, why do we? I mean, these apps are like they're just trying to make money. It's like it should just be so easy. Like you put in your stuff. This is what I'm looking for, and then it all pops up, and then you choose who you want and who you don't want.
Well, that's what it used to be before, but
right.
People ruin good things, and we've heard and we've learned how there's been people that abuse dating apps. So I understand why dating apps now have this kind of pricing, and why it's like they're trying to really filter out people that are not genuinely like just looking for the hookup. And I mean, if you're dishing out $100 a month to just play games, you need to spend those $100 with a therapist or a coach or something, because that's not healthy mentality. You know what I mean? So if you're willing to spend that money on that, it also gives me insight as to why men say like, why, like, I don't really want to spend so much money on a first date. If you're already spending this much money on a dating app, and then you expect this guy to spend $100 on you per date, and what if he has like 5 dates lined up? Like, let's be serious. If you yourself as a woman are spending $100, or even like if you're going to do the $500 a month, like that's insane money, right? To me, it's insane money. Like, if not that I don't have the money, but I don't know. I guess my experience with dating apps has just been something weird that I can't. I'd rather spend those $500 with somebody that I'm going to meet, and you know what I mean? Or go to an event or go on a trip or something, you know? But if you're going to be spending this much money, if you put yourself in the men's shoes, and then you have to take 5 guys on separate dates and spend, or expect to be spending $100 on each one of them, like, that is fucking expensive. Being single is expensive, yes, but I don't know. Women, just keep that in mind, and why men are like, hey, let's just go have a coffee date, especially if you met them on a fucking dating app. Like, now that you know all the pricing, be reasonable. But that's just me trying to vet and vouch for the men. You're welcome, guys. And then we have OkCupid, which OkCupid has the basic plan, which is $9.95 a month. I think this is the cheapest one. With that, you get no ads, you get unlimited likes, and then you get to set your deal breakers, which I don't think any of the other ones have that, but I'm assuming it's in their prompts. And then with the premium package, it's $19.90 a month, so short of $20. You get no ads, unlimited likes, you set your deal breakers, you see all the likes, you get to see everyone's public questions and answers. And then you get 3 free super likes every week. So that is, and then you have the incognito mode, which you can only talk to the people that you've matched with or you have sent messages to. But your profile will be put in incognito. And then you have, last and not least, Match.com. They have subscription packages that are either 3, 6, or 12 months, or you can do just a 1-month basic package. Your standard package is $35.99 a month, and your premium plan is $37.99 a month. And that one, the webpage didn't really say what you get with each. I right now have the free version of Match, and they send me like a gazillion emails per day. Like, I think I get like 10 emails per day from them. And that's the free version, saying somebody so-and-so liked you, so-and-so liked you. But because I'm not paying for it, I can't see who it is. I would have to like pay to get even a picture, because you get that blurred out image, which that's how they get you. All of these apps, you do the math, you figure out like which one is going to be the best for you. Again, understand the culture of each app. I think when it comes to me, the safest one would either be Bumble or Hinge, because you pay less to get more, in a sense. And you at least have, Bumble at least has the whole cyber flash security on it, to where if you get indecent pictures, you can report that person and they will be banned not only from that app, but from all of them, which is pretty cool. So
yeah,
that's Bumble for you. So I hope that you all learned something. And if you're in El Paso, you come to my events instead and save a shit ton of money. Because if you're on these damn apps and paying that much, I still don't understand why you guys don't come to my events. I feel hurt right now. I'm triggered.
It's the men that don't come to your events, right? Like, you do get a good amount of women, that come, but men, you have a really hard time getting people to come.
Yeah, I don't understand men. Like you now I'm gonna stand up for my women. You guys complain that we want all these like friggin' expensive ass dinners, but then you guys don't go to an event where you can meet somebody and you're gonna spend less money and really connect with somebody in that moment and have a better, take it off from there and have a date. You don't have to overspend if you don't want to, but if you're willing to spend $200 a month or $100 a month on subscriptions and then complain about having to feed and whatever all these other dates, then it's your own doing. Got to play it smart, man. You got to play it smart. What are your thoughts on those rates?
Wow. That's my thoughts. I mean, I guess it's okay to spend it for a little while if you're really wanting a relationship and finding someone organically is not going to happen in just your lifestyle or whatever it is, then I could see doing like the Tinder Select for a few months. If it was really like I really wanted to find someone, I would take a chance. Because yeah, maybe I'm not ready for the league, but I could do 500, what was it, $400 or $500 a month?
Yeah. I mean, at
So,
that point,
I
if
could,
you're willing to do something like the league, then go hire a matchmaker.
true.
A matchmaker is
Matchmakers
going
can
to,
be tens of thousands of dollars, but if I'm only going to spend maybe a few months on Tinder,
yeah.
less than that, but yeah, you just really have to do your research. Like if you're really, really wanting to find someone, but yes, that's a great idea. A matchmaker, um, online, and figuring out which. I think we talked about that at the beginning. Which one best suits you? Because there's
Yeah.
so many out there. And yes, we said the top five,
Right.
but there's so many more out there that are specific to maybe what you might be looking for. And
Yeah.
then you
There's,
pay the top tier of that. So you get the best quality of those people or whatever.
yeah. And yeah, there's different apps out there. I mean, there's apps cater that if you have the same music taste, food wise. There was an app that I had seen once that was like, oh, if you're a foodie, like this is the app for you. And I was like, wow, like, okay. And I think
I
that
can
one was
bond over
tied.
food.
Yeah, I think that one was tied to Plenty of Fish because it took me to the Plenty of Fish website. So if you buy the subscription package from Plenty of Fish, those advanced filters that I was talking about, those are the ones that you want, because if you want to just kind of cater your profile to be these are my main interests, then the algorithm is only going to send people that are in that same interest. It's kind of if you think about it in social media, like when you get on TikTok or when you get on Instagram, if you hit like on something, you're going to see more of that, especially on TikTok. TikTok has a really good algorithm. So go do an experiment on TikTok and see if you like something, how many things you're going to see after that, how many posts about the same topic. And then think about it that way and put yourself in that aspect in the dating app. It's like, I want to just cater and filter myself to this. So I have to be very specific so that when the algorithm picks up my profile, they only send me people that or matches that are looking for the exact same thing. And that's why we say be very detailed and be very honest about what you're looking for. Because if not, then you're just going to get the riffraff and then you're going to complain that the dating apps are not working for you. And all you're getting are crappy matches and people that are not looking for something serious. If you're vague, you're going to get that kind of match. So let's talk about do's and don'ts. What are some do's and don'ts that you have for dating apps?
Well, I think we talked about this, but the picture I think is number one. Like that's number one. Your picture's got to be represent you, good or bad. It needs to represent you 100%.
Yeah.
So do have good pictures. Don't have crappy pictures. um, very simple. Yeah, I don't think we kind of talked about this already, but what else you got?
So we did talk about it before. It's do be honest. Be very, very honest on what you're looking for. Do be safe. Prioritize your safety. This is a don't don't ignore the red flags. If it sounds fishy, it's probably fishy. So if it sounds like a duck, quacks like a duck, walks like a duck, it's probably a duck. So prioritize your safety. Don't ignore the red flags. Keep an open mind, because rejection, as we mentioned in the beginning, is guaranteed on a dating app. So don't get discouraged if you get rejected. Julie mentioned it earlier. Use recent pictures. Don't use pictures from like when you were in high school if you're like 50 now or 45 or you're 35 and you're using pictures from high school. Don't overshare personal information. I feel that a lot of the things that I saw on the free profiles and this was one on another dating app, it's called Luxy, and that one's kind of vetted for like, and I, not that I'm a gold digger, but I got curious about that app and I had to create a profile to go through it. And some of the men that didn't want to pay, because that one's expensive too. That one's like the Tinder Select. There's packages that are like $800, $900 a month to get certain like meets or whatever. And you get to video call and you get to phone call and you get matches from around the world on that one. But anyway, a lot of the free profiles, they had their Instagram handle on it so that you could go meet them on Instagram and like get off of the app. But I feel like that can be a little dangerous because you just never know like who you're going to be talking to. And I just know, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't like that.
If you're willing to put that information out there because like you want to meet people, but you can't afford it and you put your Instagram handle on it, just be very aware that you might get some weirdos. So proceed with caution on that one. That is a personal thing if you want to do it. Don't forget to set healthy boundaries. And again, the boundaries, yes, with the other person, but with yourself as well, especially if you don't want to have that dating burnout or the dating app burnout where you're like Julie said in the beginning, just swiping left, 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 left. You're like, oh, there's nobody out there. Then set yourself a timeline. I'm only going to be on the dating app for a month. If I don't find anybody, then I'm getting off. And just get off and go do your research on another one if you want to try it again and be off of the dating apps for a little while and then come back if you need to. But don't stay on it and then pretend that your life is falling apart because you're not getting any likes. Don't make the dating app like don't try to find validation through a dating app is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, that's really good. Really good tip.
And then, oh damn, I forgot what the other one that I had and I was like, I need to say that one. But it completely went out my brain. Like
I actually have one here.
okay.
Pick one app that you think that pay for one app. You want to be free on the other apps, fine, but don't try to go on all the apps because you think you're going to find the one on all the apps. Like pick one.
Yeah.
That's my tip.
Stick to one. Like just stick to one and like really invest in that one and really get to know the app. That's why I gave you the pricing and I told you what each one of them provides for you, but now you do the research and be like which one is going to be the best, because these websites, these apps, they have so much information and they tell you exactly who they cater to and what type of like single they usually get. So do your do your due diligence. As I already stated, prioritize your safety, don't overshare, don't ignore the red flags. And I still can't remember what the other one that I was going to say. Hopefully it comes back to me. And if I just yell it out of nowhere, you know why, because it just
okay.
Anything else that you want to share in regards to do's and don'ts?
Nope.
What do you think is a great way to have a conversation starter besides hello?
Hello.
The same one. Oh my God, we're old.
Thank you, Adele, for that I get to use all the time. What was the question? Because now I want to sing the song.
Well, you can sing your answer. Great conversation starters.
Oh, okay. Hey, good looking. No, just kidding.
No, don't do hey, good looking. That's creepy.
No, I think a conversation start is noticing something about their profile and say, hey, or hi, I see that you really like hiking. What's the highest mountain you've ever hiked? Or, some question like that that shows interest in them and you're not all about yourself. Or you
Yeah.
could say, like, what's the highest mountain you've ever climbed? I climbed Mount Kilimanjaro in 2012, and it was an amazing experience. But you could just keep it as a question, you know. I know you
Yeah.
like hiking. Where's your favorite place to hike? And that's the conversation starter.
Yeah.
Hi, how are you? And then all you're gonna get is hi, fine.
Yeah.
Blah.
My suggestion, which I already kind of mentioned when you are creating your profile, is your prompts. Your prompts are going to be your conversation starters because those are the things like Julie just mentioned. You're going to go through the profile. And if your profile is like boring and has nothing, but your picture is cute, I don't know if anybody's going to be like, oh, red flag. I would have a red flag come up. It's like, why do you have all this like non-information and like a really good picture? Like this seems fishy. So let's say you are really good looking and you don't fill out your profile and you're not getting any swipes and you're wondering like what's going on. It's your prompts. So have prompts that really are going to engage people, as I already like mentioned earlier, to where they have to answer a question. I think that is the easiest one. So if it catches your attention, it's going to catch the attention of somebody else. That's why I always say the what is it? Two truths and a lie or whatever game. That is,
Oh yeah.
or a
No,
dare.
two truths and a lie. Two truths and a lie, because you can't do a dare. Yeah.
I think that one's a great one because if people are nosy, people get curious, and you're like, and I would put that one as my first prompt. And then you can take it from there. And you can put like, if you are really wanting to match with somebody that really likes hiking, we keep using hiking as the example, but you can set your prompt.
Everybody does a hiking picture. Whether you like hiking or not, you show a picture of yourself hiking.
Yes. I wouldn't because I don't like doing that. I wouldn't, no.
But guys
Like
do.
a picture of me in nature right next to like a fake plant. Me in nature standing by the door. But anyway, if you want to match with people that have like the same hobbies as you, then you propose the question. It's like, what has been like the craziest or the tallest mountain that you've ever hiked, or what's the longest distance that you've ever done, blah 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 blah, because that will get them to really say like, oh well, I did this, because people want to show off. Let's be honest. You want to show off your good qualities and like, oh yeah, let me show you how many burpees can you do in 1 minute, how many squats can you know what I mean, like just make it humorous at the same time and make it light, and that will really get you that initial conversation starter to be more than just hi, hello, I can do 200 squats. Like nobody's ever going to answer that way, you know what I mean? So right. Then you'll really have that genuine connection and that genuine answer. Oh, I just remember what the other see, it came to
there
me.
You go.
Do get off the dating app as soon as possible. If you match with somebody, don't stay on the app. If by 3 days of talking you have not set a date, move on, because they're not there to date. You're using a dating app to date. That's why it's called a dating app. So use it for its function. Okay. Get off the dating app. If by the first week you have not set, then unmatched, there's no need. You're not looking for pen pals. You're looking for dates. You want to be out there. You want to be exploring. I'm Bob the Builder. Well, used to be Bob the Builder. And I like to fix men in our conversations and have like paragraphs of conversations and never went on a date. So don't waste your time. Don't do what I did. But this was like years ago. This was back in what, 2018, 19. Don't do that. Just get off the dating app get off the dating app and onto a date. That was it. It came back to me.
Good. And I think, yeah. Yeah. And also, if you start dating someone and it's like you guys are going to be exclusive, get rid of the app.
Oh, yes.
Don't keep the app on your phone. It's so crusty and gross. Like, just don't do that.
Yes, if you finally found a match and you're going to be exclusively dating them and you're going to be calling them your boyfriend or girlfriend, please do delete the app. There's no need to have the damn app anymore. Not only are you going to be saving money because you're not going to be paying $100 a month anymore.
Yeah.
Cancel the subscription. But I mean, that was the whole point. You were on it to find somebody. You found somebody. Get off of it. There's no need to go back. And if you're in that mentality, then maybe you shouldn't be on a dating app looking for a real relationship. You should say, I'm looking for something casual and nothing serious. Simple as that.
Yep.
That's a great one. Thank you. But yeah, those are my recommendations when it comes to like conversation starters, because let's be honest, it is very difficult to go into somebody's like even like private message and be like, hey, like you're kind of cute, I like you, and not sound creepy.
Right.
So have your prompts be your conversation starters. And again, if you need help, we are here to help you. Anything else that we might have missed when it comes to dating apps, or anything else that you have?
I don't think so. I think we beat the dating apps pretty good. I think no. And as we were talking, I was like, okay, is there anything else that I wanted to add? But I said the last thing I wanted to add. So what about you? What's your final thought?
My final thought, and I already said it because I'm offended right now, is
Yes.
if you're willing to spend this money on these dating apps, then you have the resources to come to a mixer, whether it's in your city or mine or anywhere where you're at. Go explore, go meet people in real life, and don't put all of your eggs in your dating app basket, because I mean, we've heard it all. I think we've heard it all about dating apps, and there's enough stuff out there about dating apps. Like I said in the beginning, I don't like dating apps because I just don't feel like, especially now that I know pricing, I'm like, fuck that. I could really say like, fuck that. Just kidding. Hinge, sponsor me and unblock me. But no, in reality, like I'd rather meet somebody in person than, unless you're gonna have like all the options and pay for them, and you're really gonna try and meet somebody genuinely that way. But I don't know. I'm still iffy about it. And I think the other thing that we said in the very beginning, just because you have good chemistry on the app doesn't mean that you're gonna have good chemistry in person. So don't be afraid of rejection. If you're afraid of rejection, don't get on the dating app. It's gonna be worse. Go get help instead. We're here to help you. Again, we are here to help you. And to end it on a positive note, best of luck to you. The odds are in your favor. And don't forget to choose you, love you, pick you overall, and set those healthy boundaries. And don't forget your values.
And communication.
Yes. But if you guys have any other questions or anything that we might have left off, leave them in the comments. We'll be happy to answer them. And we can't wait to see you guys live February 26th.
Yes.
We'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.